Welcome to the patio.
I saw a man rob a bank when I was 10. No, I didn't see the wrong kind. I wish that I was him. I grew up, thought was living in my head. Figured the life that I was living, I'd be better off dead.
It's Thursday, January the 5th, 2023. I have survived my COVID quarantine, and I am back in studio. Well, kind of back in studio with my cohorts. Cohorts?
Cohorts.
We actually have added some video here. It's not going to be a live stream or anything, but you're going to see some snippets of these videos. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I mean, hell, I got me some double oak, and I'm just glad to be off work.
You got the double oak.
I didn't see you there, Jamie. You're all there in camouflage.
Well, you know, it's deer season, man.
Yeah, with that flannel background you got, you really mad. Go right into that chair.
Yeah, he's hunting hoggos. Hoggo there in screen with him.
And James got 3 different camo patterns on.
It's technically camo, though. I mean, it's
you are the ultimate huntress.
It's so confusing. It's making me dizzy.
Yeah, y'all can find those videos probably on TikTok. There may be even one show up on YouTube. So, look, it's been a busy week this week around the news cycle, guys. It's been a busy week.
He don't care how we're doing.
I know, he don't care nothing about it.
I thought y'all already chimed in.
We chimed in making fun of Jamie.
They made fun of me, and that
We
was
just made fun of Jamie. So
I'm
we're
fine.
all-
All right, so hold on a minute. Let me back up. I'm just
Jamie-
excited to be on the line.
Jamie's on the double oak. Speaking of the double oak and double yoke, and we hear Uncle Daryl has a proposition.
Well, hold on. Before we get into it, Donnie, how are you doing tonight, Donnie?
Yeah, get Donnie.
DW, how are you
I'm
tonight?
good, man, as always.
So Gary has brought us a proposition from Uncle Daryl. Uncle Daryl has brought us
an indecent proposal.
an indecent proposal, if you
It's
will.
a decent proposal. It is.
A decent proposal or indecent proposal?
I think it's indecent, but yeah, if we could sell some legal.
I don't think he wants us to sell them. Right?
No, I think he just wants to advertise Billy D's sex pills. Make them scream.
Make them scream.
So, do they sell those in bathrooms at truck stops? Is that where you find them currently?
You got to find a trucker selling them personally.
You do.
Lot lizards take them around like popcorn at a ball game.
Is he producing these? Is it like Uncle Daryl's root juice or something?
I don't think he's producing them. I think he's buying them somewhere else. But he can, we can figure out how to make some. And, you know,
You got any? I'll take a fistful right now and go home.
He got Aunt Monkey casting a spell on him.
Well, I mean,
You know that
sex pills do sell. Though.
you know that either you or Uncle Daryl's got to come up with the story about how Aunt Monkey become Aunt Monkey.
Oh no, I know exactly how that occurred.
Oh, there is. Okay,
So, I gotta ask a question.
is this safe to share this with youngsters and elderly people?
The sex pills, you like have sex with them, or they make you better at sex?
No, I
Is
think
the story safe or the sex pill safe to sell with young?
I got a feeling
You're
these
selling-
sex pills are safe to feed to anybody.
yeah,
so.
yeah, they probably are. But yeah, I think it's more about male enhancement pills.
The blue ones.
No, those are male enhancement
Don't
pills.
turn that fan off behind you. I knew I heard something.
Those are male performance pills. Oh, whoa, what was that?
I don't know, but it improved our sound
It did.
quality.
I think I got shot.
It did. Yeah, yeah. The blue pills are male performance pills. This
This is enhancement.
male enhancement pills.
So to give me a hoggo.
What?
To give you- But yeah, no. But the story of Aunt Monkey that was a pretty simple story. When I was a kid, Aunt Monkey was trying to get me to say Tamara when I was a little toddler child. And
Please tell me you didn't confuse the two.
I said, and so she just kept saying Tamara. And I said monkey, and that's how it happened. True story.
Wow.
There has to be more to it than that.
Nope. Nope.
It's the last time you. get to
How
tell
do you
a
go
story.
from an idiot to the smartest guy in the room?
It just happens over time.
So,
Aunt Monkey said,
I would have rather
Aunt
he
Monkey
told
said-
us that it's like really difficult story and we'd have to wait for a special
you like
time
she
to
had
hear
a
it.
pet monkey that died.
No.
I'd have been like when I was an infant, she left me alone in the jungle. I came back.
She
leading a
left me in
horde
the
of
trees.
monkeys.
I was hanging by my toes
What's
and
a
my
group
tail
of
from the tree.
monkeys called? I called them a horde. That's probably not right.
And ants. They're called an ant of monkeys.
I think they're called what are they called? Not gaggle.
A gaggle of monkeys.
A bunch
So
of-
monkeys and geese are both gaggles.
Yeah, a gaggle of monkeys, man.
Man, I'd freak out if
A troop? Is it a troop?
I don't know. A bunch of monkeys.
Gang, isn't it?
I'd freak out if I saw a gaggle of monkeys though.
I don't know. Now we need to know. What if you saw a
Gary's
bunch?
looking it up right now. What was it?
What do you call a group of monkeys?
What if you saw a
A
bunch of
barrel
monkeys
or
gaggling?
a troop?
Oh, a barrel.
A
or
barrel
a
of
troop.
monkeys.
A barrel of monkeys.
You
That's it.
really-
That makes sense now.
You really do have a lot of useless information. Yet we have yet to display this at any trivia events, but it's coming. It's coming. Maybe. Who knows? Our schedules, we looked at them earlier, so guys staying busy. We may never do anything but podcast and follow kids around. It's been a busy week in the news circle,
What are you
guys.
doing? Look, Terry's taking sex pills and following kids around. I ain't doing all
No,
that.
I never agreed to take Aunt Monkey and Uncle Daryl's sex pills. Okay?
Yeah, we've been talking about sex pills and Terry following children.
No,
getting
I'm
weird.
following my child around. Y'all are following y'all's around. But look, this was a wild week in the news cycle, right?
There was a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
and
it was hard to narrow down to what to talk about.
it really was. So we're going to talk about a lot of different things. But number one, we're going to talk about Damar Hamlin.
That's the biggest story by far.
I
right?
think so,
it's
too.
it's
I don't know. There's another big one out
Dude,
there,
it's
but this
everywhere.
one's pretty intense. So Damar Hamlin is the look. He's at 6th round. Were you doing something, dancing there?
No,
Just trying to get my oh, he was a 6th round pick. So we've got 6th round picks starting for Buffalo in the defensive backfield. We got a 7th round pick out in San Francisco starting at quarterback. Look, it doesn't matter what round you get drafted in, guys.
No.
You just got to be in the dance.
the
This
goals
is
get
impressive.
there,
Yeah.
right?
So this guy, he was in the middle of one of the biggest games of the season. You had the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Buffalo Bills. Lots of fantasy impact, just saying.
Prime time.
Prime time Monday night, last game of the week. It's got impacts all around the league with regards to playoff position. Looks like a normal hit. This hit was not a big hit or anything. He goes to tackle T. Higgins. He hops up like any other play, and then the dude dies on Monday Night Football.
I mean,
Yes.
he's not currently dead, but yes,
no,
he died.
But I mean, I saw somebody raising hell because somebody did a hashtag like instant death or something like that, and I mean everybody's eating his ass up for saying.
Ugh.
No, the guy
said-
died.
No, he died. He
did.
died.
You know, if you don't do anything, he will stay in that state.
And he-
That's
he
right.
will
Yeah,
His
absolutely
heart
be dead.
stopped, cardiac arrest. The guy, his heart stopped beating.
Yep.
Look, people took off on that field quickly. They responded very well. My understanding is they provided CPR. They used a AED device.
Yep. Defibrillator.
Yeah, on this kid. Took him to the hospital. Look, the coaches involved. I know there's a lot of crap the NFL's been getting, but everything that keeps coming out says they did right. They didn't try to pressure anybody to go back into the game. People just want to hate on everybody, right?
Yeah, I
They
know.
do.
But this is one time when I think the entire United States, the entire NFL was about supporting this player, his family, and his teammates.
This has never happened before.
No,
Not in the NFL.
Not
level
in the
anyway.
NFL. No, not.
Well, think about the stage too. That's a big game. Bills
Dude, Monday
versus
Night Football,
Bengals,
it's a-
Monday Night Football. So many people.
It is a
watching.
major game.
How many people were in their final game of fantasy football watching that game with how many key players were in that game? 7,
yeah.
8, and not to mention the defenses and kickers?
Kickers.
So I'm in tons of sports groups, right? From all the sports memorabilia stuff,
Yep.
I sell cards, all this and that. Man, I really didn't see one or two like douchebag type dudes saying, "Well, I'm losing my fantasy now because blah blah blah. I got to split the money. I would have won. I was only down 3 points."
So
Blah, blah, blah.
sounds like other people are splitting pots too, because that's
Yeah.
what
Actually,
I mean,
everybody that I was involved with
Most
was like,
people
let's just split it.
Every group I saw was like, we split our pot.
like
I was down
everything's
30 some
good.
odd points.
me
Dude's like,
and Jay split third place, and really in reality, I had him dead to rights. I was going to win, but
dude, I was in playing Pocahontas. I was still slightly favored down by 30. He's like, look, it ain't fair to you. He said, let's just split it. And I'm like, I'm good with it.
dude, I had like an 89% chance of winning.
Well,
but
like
I mean,
the kids league, Jacob asked me, he's like, you cool with splitting it or whatever?
Well, like,
and I said, basically whatever. Ask Michael whatever.
so
'cause it's
here's
his son.
so here's my thing.
Whatever he
So
wants to do. So Owen ended up winning because they said, hey, he's up by like 60.
yeah,
Chances are.
well, I was up on Jake by 20. He had Knox playing. Well, should he have came back and won? No, but I mean that's not.
It's possible.
Yeah,
It's-
Because look,
it's
going
not out of
into
the realm.
Monday night, early in the season,
possible.
week
Yeah.
6, I'm up by 2 points with Darren Waller about to play.
Hold on. I had Darryl Waller.
I had a 98% chance of losing that game, but I had a chance.
He had to have one catch, 10 yards. That's all he had to have.
First play, Darren Waller pulls a hammy.
Out for the rest of the game.
Victory. Look, that game probably ended up making me like $400.
Yeah.
That one game, because I wouldn't have made the playoffs if it would not.
I'm making a vampire trophy, by the way, since we're never playing again.
I don't blame you. I did too.
Just make a whole room of vampire.
You make a whole room of vampire
Since
stuff.
I took the vampire thing home this year.
Well, JD was up on me by like 69 and had my kicker left, so I think we should split too.
you should definitely split that.
I really feel like Evan McPherson was going to kick like a 100-yard field goal 3 times.
That's all they were going to do, right?
100,000 points. He was going to score 100,000.
Look, he could kick field goals for both teams for 3 games and probably not score 60 points.
So even at this point, the NFL's not rescheduled the game. They said week 18 is going to go on as planned.
I'm not sure they can.
They can't now. I mean, because you got the other game with all the tickets already sold for that game.
So
I think they're going to do it after the season and maybe delay playoffs one week.
Didn't you delay the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
or
you
you
can delay
skip?
Super Bowl.
Well,
I don't think you can.
You can't.
But there is
a 2-week.
There's a 2-week
off period
spread where they put in the Pro Bowl. Nobody watches Pro Bowl. Cancel that.
they're not doing the Pro Bowl this year.
Okay,
It's
so
a
there you
skills
go.
challenge.
There you
Yeah,
go.
which is probably that probably is more enjoyable.
Oh, I would think so.
I've been seeing
skills challenge?
Yeah, I've been seeing highlights. Remember, used to they would do it on.
CBS or ABC would do
I thought it was ESPN.
QB. I don't think it existed back then.
Yeah,
So I remember one of the first years they did it. So they bring out like the kickers, and the kickers would make these crazy.
yeah,
like,
dude.
angles.
It's like
I enjoyed
Madden.
that. I enjoyed
And then the
that.
quarterbacks would throw it like targets and barrels and buckets
Yeah.
and
That's
Like
cool.
Madden,
Man,
you
it
know
was
they
so-
do. They
it
got
was so
stuff on
fun to
Madden like
watch.
that now.
Because the game sucks. Nobody wants to get hurt in that game.
Nobody wants to watch the game.
Right? Nobody really wants to play.
Yeah, the skills challenge is way more enjoyable.
Invite all your top players, and then have them come do those kind of things, or just hang out and have a good time. Recognize them, and then let's do something fun.
So fantasy football season's over. NFL's headed to the playoffs. Look, if you're in a league and some guy is out there being a butt over this, you probably need to kick him out your league. Just send them packing. I mean, this just happens. It's part of life.
It was a very bad moment for NFL.
I tell you what, I don't think
It
the
was.
U.S. has prayed together as much since 9/11 as they did Monday night.
The guy
Yeah.
prayed like live on ESPN or whatever.
I saw that. Yeah,
Oh yeah, they were. It was
Maybe we
sad.
need to pray every day.
And you know what's crazy? Like he really didn't catch blowback from all the people that
Nope.
you would normally
Nope.
would, right?
The whole teams were out there praying on the field.
well, okay, so them
Okay,
two never played football. And I don't know why football is so different. Football is a very religious sport.
Yep.
I don't know why.
You pray before, you pray after,
I
and
don't-
no one ever says anything
I
about
don't.
it.
Yeah, I don't know
All
why.
right, you want to know a secret? In moments of tragedy, everybody becomes a believer in some type of God.
You know, one of my favorite sayings is there's no atheist in foxholes.
No,
No.
yeah, everybody's
Yep.
praying to something.
But once you're faced with your own mortality, that's what it is. That's what sets it off.
That should kind of be a clue, right?
It is.
I don't know if this is this might get edited out, but I saw this and I thought it was very, very interesting. I saw a guy speaking and he said, according to the Bible, there's no such thing as hell. The Bible never calls out hell.
You know, I saw something similar to
Okay.
this just today. I don't know where I saw it.
But
I
they
can't
don't
remember.
call it a river of fire.
No.
or something
So,
like that,
so
don't they?
what he's
No.
saying is the Bible says that if you don't have Jesus in your life, that you'll perish, meaning that your soul will cease to exist and you'll no longer be there. Because and one of the things he was saying, and it really makes sense. He says, "You can't convince me that God loves us, but He's also going to torture us." So he's saying when if you I can't remember the verse, but if you don't have Jesus, you'll perish. He's saying that you'll literally perish. Your soul no longer exists. Your body doesn't exist anyway, but your soul won't exist either.
The thing I saw the other night talking about that was that
I would argue that, but with biblical stuff, but I don't think we want to go down that road.
Well, I mean,
the Bible does talk about going into being sent to eternal damnation, eternal darkness, eternal hell, gnashing of teeth.
but it doesn't say it. I actually want to study this and see because
Yeah,
I do know this. Our version of hell is from
I mean, you could take
Plato, or not
anything-
Plato.
Anybody
Homer.
can twist anything to make it sound the way. I think. if
I
you
agree,
actually
and I want to
into
look.
the
I
Bible,
want to read into that.
You would see that there are references to hell and people being damned there. I mean, you have a choice, and we live by free choice.
I agree that that's the reason I want to read into it, because I do know this, and this is a fact. Our visual interpretation of hell is from Homer.
Well, but it's a human creation.
Yes,
the
correct.
idea of it is a human creation because it talks about damnation. I think you hit on it well. So talk about hell. There's a guy. You thought when the Republicans took over the House that they had it made right, but poor Kevin McCarthy
Well,
and
while we're still on this, though,
House
let me go back.
Representatives. Actually, I done moved off of this.
He done
by the way.
moved. He talking about
I had a good one.
You had a good
Okay.
one.
A good one. So it's also the way people view the devil. Like, you view the devil as this big horned evil thing.
No, he's
He's supposed to
beautiful.
be beautiful.
If you-
Yeah.
He's beautiful.
Yes, if you actually look at the biblical reference of the devil, he's beautiful, right? He's like one of the most beautiful angels that are supposed to ever existed.
Correct.
So it does get commercialized and twisted,
Yes,
and
and a lot of this came from Victorian times when they started doing paintings and all this.
well, and people start to depict things by what a person acts like, so they paint it a certain way instead of what it is, and then it becomes that over time, right?
yeah,
that
correct.
make
Yeah,
sense?
no, absolutely, yeah.
So you paint it by its morality or it's the things it does, and it becomes something evil instead of something.
My favorite
that looks
Victorian
good.
painting is the little lady laying there naked with a little yard nymphs or whatever blowing bubbles with her farts.
You had me at naked.
Have you never seen that
You had
painting?
me at Nymphs.
And I actually don't think that's like a spoof. I think it's a legit painting.
Oh, it's a real painting. Yeah.
Yeah, he that's his favorite, of course.
When we
is the
get rich, we
Nymphs.
will acquire that painting.
I could paint it
I will
for you
recreate it.
with your
That's even
faces.
better.
Do you want your face as the woman or the nymph?
No, look, I want Donnie and Gary like hold my cheeks apart and make it a bubble, and I'm sitting there like
Terry, will you draw me?
draw me.
Unfortunately, Gary, you nude do not fit in the Victorian time frame of nudity or the Greece.
That's
the
more
Greek-
my style.
Yeah, that's more.
I'm the David in this group.
Yeah, you would have been viewed as ridiculous, and
Yeah.
everyone would have laughed at you, Gary.
Dummy.
You'd have probably been considered one of the gods or something.
No, it was the other way around back then. You were,
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
You're
were looked
dumb.
upon as like
Stupid and
Stupid and
no one wanted
useless to society.
You. No one's trying to wreck their body like that back in those days.
we need modern hoes.
No,
All right, sorry, Terry. Go
No,
ahead.
that's okay. So Kevin McCarthy, the Republicans won the House election in the midterms, and Kevin McCarthy is up for vote for leader of the House. And he has now made it through 2 whole days. How many ballots is it?
I think it's 6, isn't it?
6 ballots that they've not elected Kevin McCarthy. And they have actually not elected
No,
as
they haven't.
Speaker of the House for the first time in 100 years. 1923 was the first time that it didn't pass on the first vote.
Apparently, at some point in my house, there was a vote for leader of the house. I
What
lost.
yeah.
I didn't even know though.
First time in 100 years.
100 years.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
This is why
Nancy Pelosi was just been born.
this is why the Republican Party sucks. You know.
Hey, how about this? I went and looked at I saved it on my phone actually. If you go look at the oldest members of the House and Senate, there's like, I think it was like 6 of them were born before World War One. I mean, before World War Two. I'm sorry, World War Two.
Are
Think
we
about
just
that
that
amount of
dumb?
change.
No, term limits.
Yeah,
Term
we need term
limits.
limits bad. Like,
Yes, we
Like
need term
really
limits.
bad.
there's like 15 of them in their 80s.
Yes, they don't need to.
Also interesting, when you look at the time frame.
So is it based on
How do they find themselves to work?
Listen, Joe
No, it's
Biden.
popularity.
Joe Biden is closer to
you should be
Abraham Lincoln's second inauguration than he was to his inauguration.
That's
His
ridiculous.
birth was
His
close.
birthday was.
His birthday. That's insane. Oh my gosh! Please.
He was 78 when he got inaugurated.
I'm tracking you. My brain had to wrap.
He was
around
78 when he got inaugurated. From the day he was born, it was 77 years before. When
that. He was really 78.
All right. So back to
he'll be
the-
82 when he gets out.
Y'all know what I'm hoping I do when I'm 78? Not running a country.
I'm hoping I'm alive.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to be doing this at 78.
yeah. Me too.
Yeah, we got adult diapers on, eating tapioca, just wearing it out.
Yeah.
What are
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
we got a couple of those Uncle Darrow.
I feel like the same thing. Taking a fistful of Uncle Darrell pills.
Make them scream.
Michael's great.
Yeah. So what happens if Kevin McCarthy they've adjourned for the day? This is Wednesday evening, so maybe they've elected somebody by Thursday morning. So you may hear it in the news. But at this point, they are steadfast. And the funny thing is, the Democrats are like, no one leave, because if they leave, apparently it's less people to vote, so he doesn't need as many votes to get speaker.
So they got to stay there.
Yeah. So eventually, is this like a filibuster thing where the people that oppose Kevin McCarthy were going to wait it out until he quits?
But the hardcore conservatives do not want a California, or he's New York.
California. He's California.
That's right. Do not want a California.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
Look,
But he's not moderate.
So my understanding of the whole
he ain't conservative either.
the whole issue is that he got all the Republican votes except for 20.
Yep.
20 of them voted for Jim Jordan, which Jim Jordan voted for McCarthy.
Yep.
I don't know anything about this, but I know I am not fitted for that job because they started pulling all that crap. I'd be like, screw you guys. I'm going home.
Are you guys ready for
Terry would
a
stick
crazy
it out
stat
like
right
forever.
Yeah.
Well, they're meeting to try to talk people.
Are you guys ready for a crazy stat?
Yes.
I love crazy.
Or fact?
Crazy
Fact.
fact.
You do not have to be a member of Congress to be the Speaker of the House.
Do you know? I thought I saw something weird. They nominated somebody. It was the guy from New York who wasn't a member of Congress.
That is kind of weird.
You do not. So therefore, we can nominate Terry as the Speaker of
that'd
the
be
House.
awesome.
Somebody call you.
It does not.
representative.
It does not call it out in the Constitution. It has to be a member of Congress.
So would that be a way to get an extra vote in Congress?
I did not think the speaker got a vote.
Well, maybe.
No, the Speaker doesn't get vote, but
So,
they are
but then-
second in line for presidency.
But
though.
if the speaker doesn't get the vote,
Look, all we got to do is get Terry.
what if they did Donald Trump as Speaker of the House?
they could,
Well, they're second in line behind the vice president.
yes,
so
he's
next,
first in line.
Because we've all seen, what's that show?
West Wing.
Designated
no,
Survivor.
Yeah,
Designated
Designated
Survivor.
That's a really good show.
The first couple of seasons, that show were awesome.
Isn't every show good the first couple of seasons?
24 was.
Oh, first two seasons were awesome.
I really think if he would have never done 24, because it set the bar so high that Designated Survivor.
So was the
just
sequel to
okay.
that 48?
Man, it could.
No, it should have been like 8 because after that, about the first 8 hours is all you really needed.
Dude, I never wanted it to stop though. I love 24.
It was great. It was great. So you don't have to be.
We're still on the second subject. Go ahead.
I looked that up.
A
You
representative.
look it up on your phones. It says Constitution does not lay that out. So you do not have to be a member of Congress to be the House Speaker.
Wouldn't it be better if you're not?
I would say so.
Yeah, but the only problem is if you get somebody who's not a member of Congress, and that actually frees up an extra vote.
Oh, so why wouldn't they do that?
Nominate Trump, put him in there, then they get extra vote.
Would that be awesome? That would be like the greatest thing ever.
We should just make Trump America's all-time speaker. So anything we need to
Look,
talk about, like he goes and
I'm
talks.
telling you right now.
Elon Musk, put Elon Musk in there.
Everybody knows I'm not a massive Trump fan, but to hear him speak is hilarious.
Oh, it
What
is.
if we got Donald Trump and Elon Musk as tag team partners on WWE?
Trump's already been on WWE.
that is
The
prime
Rock-
television?
That may be
The Rock and Stone Cold wouldn't hold a light to those two.
Nope.
man.
Well, there will be a speaker at some point. We don't know who it might be.
At some
but-
point.
I'm just tired of all these games. That's why I'm conservative, but I'm not Republican. I don't think.
Oh, I know I'm not Republican.
I'm more liberal, I guess, but I don't know.
You're more liberal.
Libertarian.
You ain't liberal. I bet you
Libertarian.
I'm pretty
All right,
sure
not
you're not
liberal.
I got a
liberal.
couple of headlines here. Give me a
I'm going to
second.
decide if I want
Pull
to
them
kill
up.
babies.
No, that's not me.
Comment.
Come on, move. This is
Go
kind
ahead
of
and have
funny.
your rights stripped away, Jamie. It's fine.
All right, what do y'all
Over a
think
couple
about this?
babies.
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was renamed in the U.S. because Americans don't know what a philosopher is.
Because it's a sorcerer's stone. That's why.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was a philosopher's stone.
Yeah. So, do you know what a philosopher is?
Yeah, like a soothsayer.
Someone who philosophizes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was like
I don't understand how you don't know what a.
Because
maybe they thought they probably did a sample.
But we know what a sorcerer is.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, that means we're like evil
I
people.
guess.
I mean, let's be honest. The bulk of Americans are stupid.
If it would have been like Harry Potter and the tea and crumpets, it'd been like, what?
What the heck?
What?
You just insulted our entire demographic, Jamie. Tell
Okay,
them
I
they're
rest
stupid.
my case, Terry.
Yeah, that's true. All right, look, this one right here. I don't know about y'all, but
I
I'm
wonder
probably
what the
going to
Queen
be.
has to say about that.
Not shit. She's dead.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I
saw
knew
it.
if I threw it, it would be taken.
Here's what she says.
You know you miss her.
I do.
You probably have Charlie dressed as a queen
Man.
about 2 nights a week.
I do miss her. Can I see them old yams she's got?
All right.
What the crap? America's Queen was Gangster Boo.
No,
That's
right.
Memphis' queen.
that was
no,
That's the
America's
Memphis
queen,
Queen.
Queen of
was
Memphis.
Betty White.
True.
The queen. Maybe they're the same person.
Who?
Betty
Gangsta
White,
Boo.
Betty White and Queen
Gangster
Elizabeth.
Boo?
Oh.
They look.
No, I
they
think
look
Betty
very
White's
similar,
closer to
They
Gangster
do.
Boo than Queen
and they were
Elizabeth.
just as old as each other.
Yeah, they could have kept. They
Dude,
could have kept her
listen.
propped up for
Hold
a
on,
year.
Hold on. Betty White's way better looking than Queen Elizabeth.
You ain't lying.
Maybe the
I don't
queen.
know. They're pretty close.
She was an attractive lady at her
I'd do
age.
Betty White now.
I think the queen was.
Bro, that's like necrophilia or whatever.
No,
It was,
Jamie.
I mean, dude, you know,
They may have to change that in Great Britain because they don't know what necrophilia is.
they call it doing mum.
doing mum.
All right. Look, I don't know, but this story right here, if this happened to me, I'm probably going more than 12 miles away. A man forgot his wife after a toilet break on a road trip, and she was forced to walk 12 miles to find him.
You just keep driving.
Just said what?
Listen, you
I'm
just give it
confused.
all up and just keep going.
Say,
Yeah, exactly.
say all that again. Say all
So
that again.
the man and his wife were on a road trip. They stopped for a toilet break, and he forgot it and left her in the toilet and just drove on.
Bro,
That
you
just happened.
You just got to keep going till you fall
Well,
off.
and then she walked 12 miles to where he was going to be at.
Dang, she really loves him.
She committed. He must have had them
Oh.
Daryl specials.
that
Thi-
ass
this-
whooping he got.
This is in Thailand, so it may be a different
well,
culture.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
But I can't imagine Gary. You know,
I would have kept driving.
We'd had to stage a kidnap, and
I will-
Gary got kidnapped.
Like,
If
something-
that was me, she'd have had to walk 112 miles because I wouldn't stop it.
oh no, Charlie would have. It would
Oh.
have been dreadful.
Bro, I'd have turned around. And I'd have been so scared
So-
driving back to my wife. I'd be like, man, I'm
So apologetic.
dead. So one time we were headed to Mexico. That's been years.
Yeah, we're
years
driving?
ago with my dad. Yeah, we're driving in a
Driving to
You know the
Mexico.
big vans that had like this one had like a queen size bed in the back,
The
basically.
conversion vans.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
big conversion van. You could stand up in them, all that. We had one of those. When we were driving, it was me and my dad, my family, Mandy at the time. Terry wasn't born yet. And we had Uncle Tex at the time, my Aunt Vicky, and my cousins. Well, we were all asleep. My dad stopped somewhere near the border and got some gas, filling up. Well, he was the only person awake. He thought he went in, got coffee, came back, starts heading out on the service road to the exit. My Uncle Tex is chasing the van. So it finally catches up. My dad just happens to hear him holler. And so he almost got left in like Brownsville, like right next to the border.
Oh, you left McGuire trick or treating.
But he didn't know he got. He didn't know he got back. I left him.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Who's driving?
Kyle.
Kyle. Hey,
Kyle was
left you.
driving.
I was gonna say, I didn't leave him. Now he did bust his face trying to jump that ditch.
He fell like 3
It
times.
looked like dude got hit with a candy
Look,
grenade.
no, I had a spotlight, and wherever I'd slam it on his feet, you would think it was tripping him when you jumped. That spotlight would hit his feet.
Took him out.
All right, here we go. Another little story here of interest. Well, man who's only eaten macaroni and cheese for 17 years explains why. A man has revealed he has spent his last 17 years of his life eating only macaroni and cheese, and he's only 20 years old. He's from Florida. Why would he do this? He lives with his grandparents in a small town called Keystone Heights. It doesn't say why. Come on. He said, I didn't choose to be like. I don't want to say I'm addicted to mac and cheese, but it sounds so weird. My body won't let me eat anything else. I don't choose to be like this.
His body don't like to poop. He would constipate without cheese.
I'm confused.
That's my
right.
take on it.
I'm going to cut that out. I
Yeah,
don't
cut
get it.
that out.
I don't get it.
Cut it out.
Oh, I like
Full
that.
House.
Yeah.
So, Benedict Cumberbatch, you guys know who he is?
I've heard his name.
Well, that's a pope.
No.
No. Benedict does sound like a pope name, though.
It was a pope. Pope Benedict.
He could be forced to pay reparations due to slave-owning ancestors in Barbados.
Man, you're going to get me stirred up.
Reparations are a very odd thing, huh?
So the actor's fifth great-grandfather, Abraham Cumberbatch, bought the family sugar plantation in Barbados in 1728, where around 250 slaves were forced to work. they had no choice but to give up their plantation after slavery was abolished in 1830. So,
Look, if anybody
200 years ago.
if anybody sounds racist, it's the dude named Abraham Cumberbatch.
It's Benedict.
Whatever.
Where's his grandpa was on?
No, his
Racist.
dad is named Abraham Cumberbatch. But so 200 years, should this guy only? I guess only because he's wealthy.
Hold on, that's Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was trying to figure out who it was. I looked it up.
He
You
also
know,
played
yeah.
Doctor Who.
And Sherlock.
No, he didn't.
He did, didn't he?
No.
No, I don't think.
Benedict Cumberbatch wasn't. I thought he was a Doctor Who at one point.
He was in the Who.
He was in Whoville.
Look, my
All right, Jamie, you've been chomping at the bits. Let's hear
Look,
it.
my family owns slaves.
You know this for sure?
Yeah.
Still?
No, obviously not. We're broke.
Now them are kids, dude.
Look, my family owns slaves, and I ain't paying a damn dime to nobody. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, that's the dumbest thing. If you wanted to convince me that reparations were deserved, I don't disagree with you. They were promised 40 acres and a mule. They were promised that. The government didn't give it to them. I'm sorry, it didn't. I don't. But are we giving reparations to the Irish? Are we giving reparations to the Indians? Are we giving reparations to? I mean, listen. If you want
Slavery is actually more widespread
Hold on.
today than ever throughout history.
If you want reparations, go to East Africa and ask them for your money.
The Irish and Scottish get reparations. I want more reparations.
The Irish were actually treated worse than any of the other slaves in the world.
Chinese were
I don't know
treated
about
really
that.
poorly too.
Yeah,
'Cause
James,
there were Chinese slaves here.
history is full of people who are treated like
Yeah,
shit.
they were.
But if you want money, go to East Africa and ask for your money because that's who sold you.
Yeah, I mean, truly, it was.
Here's my thing: does reparations fix anything?
No.
Will,
No,
will
it
the
doesn't.
argument of racism go away with reparations?
No,
You know what? If it would, I could have checked right now myself.
but it won't.
it wouldn't be a very big one though.
No, I'd cut for whatever you want.
You ain't above writing a hot check.
He got that. He got that check with that rubber in it.
Yeah, I mean, but seriously, if somebody told me I give $5, they'll shut the hell up. I give them 10.
Look,
Yeah.
It sucked.
listen, racism's never gonna go away.
No.
Okay,
People
so
are racist.
this idea that we're gonna make it go away. Now you got a lot of good people that to say that they don't see race at all, I still think is untrue. But you have a lot of good people that are accepting of all people based on their character and not
Look, let me ask you this.
what they look like.
How many times do you sit down and watch a movie and you don't even notice what color somebody is until there's a big deal about it?
Yeah.
That I've noticed more and more that happens. Like I watch a movie.
I got another observation I read a tweet about yesterday. I've been on Twitter a lot lately. It was Matt Walsh.
I like Matt Walsh.
He watched, it was during a football game, Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
Out of every ad that came on, there was not one heterosexual white couple. It was all African American, homosexual, or mixed race couple of every family on every ad. And that's not really representative of the U.S. based on those percentages.
No, and that's something, and it doesn't aggravate me, but if you want to be representative, then about 65% of what you see on TV should be white people.
I bet their closed circuit television commercials in Iran and China look a lot better. You know,
I don't know if that's better,
in those nuclear
they probably do.
countries.
Well, I mean,
They probably look so much better.
in fairness, the ones in China, you can't tell who's who anyway. So they got one actor.
What did he just say? I was
He
reading.
said they got one actor.
They all look alike.
And then we as
terrible.
America took the only good one from him in
That's-
Jackie Chan.
That's
Jackie
wrong.
Chan.
That's the only dude I know that can go like horizontal and jump through one of those little holes in a cage.
I know
in a
that's a
bus
good- that's a
stand.
good movie.
That's because he was trained by Bruce Lee. Him and Jet Li were.
Jet Li. What's the dude that played?
Well, Brandon Lee didn't do real well.
No,
That's-
he died like
that's
his
who I-
Faja.
That's who
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. You know
man.
what? He couldn't dodge that bullet.
What's that movie called?
The Crow.
The Crow.
The Crow.
He died in The Crow. And his Faja.
You know, The Crow was pretty big at the time.
Oh, it was. I don't remember watching it, but
It was big.
Yeah, you know it's crazy too. That I didn't even realize that Baldwin brother was playing in that movie too.
Oh.
Who was?
The Baldwin brother that shot that other person. He was in The Crow too.
He was?
No, I'm just
Maybe
kidding, but he
he's-
shot two.
which
people.
ball was that one?
I'm making a joke because
He made a bad joke.
The one just shot that one lady.
Oh yeah, was that?
I thought you were being serious, and he really was. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember that. That's yeah.
He was in disguise in
cut
that
that
movie.
No, it's staying there to show up in New York.
You're terrible,
That's staying
Jamie.
there.
Wah, wah, wah.
It wasn't Alec Baldwin. What's
Alec Baldwin. Isn't there Jeff Baldwin?
There's
No.
three of them, isn't it?
Jeff Baldwin's the one that nobody likes.
I don't
I
think
mean,
he's
I
real.
guess his brothers do, but nobody else does.
I don't think that Jeff Baldwin's a real person. I just
I think
made
it must be Alec. He's the one that shot somebody.
Alec
isn't he?
Alec
Alex
Baldwin.
shot somebody,
Alex,
yeah.
he's the one that was in Beetlejuice, and
He wasn't Beetlejuice.
he
Beetlejuice
was.
is a good
You know, I
movie.
need to sit down and watch Beetlejuice with my kids. That's a good movie.
It's because Michael Keaton was in it. Best Batman ever.
Okay. Another story out of the UK.
Nerd.
So a man was hiding a little bit of money up in his chimney.
And his chimney.
Well, I'm glad it was
Hold
H
on,
chimney.
is this a reference to a body part? Or
No, he
his
really
chimney?
was using a chimney.
Okay, I thought
18,000 pounds. I'm not sure what that is in dollars.
I know how much.
His
I know how
chimney?
much it weighs though.
Hold on, 18,000 pounds. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah,
That's
so
18,000
That's,
pounds.
that's actually quite a bit of money.
I would think.
Yeah,
That's right around $82,000.
it's,
It
it's
is.
more.
I think it's more.
It should be slightly less.
I think it's about a half time bigger.
I think it's
I
slightly
know
I
less.
think I'm gonna guess it's $27,000 US.
Well,
I'm gonna guess it's 16.9.
well, the man decided to hide the money there, and the wife lit a fire in the chimney.
It's about $22,000.
We're in the middle.
Okay, so
I'm
what?
the closest without going over though. It's like
It's like prices.
Yeah,
Right?
it's like
all right,
right
so
around win.
she lit his money on fire, huh?
She lit his money on fire.
So what is he gonna do?
I don't know if you've
after
been
he's done
hiding
whooping
that
her
money.
ass.
Well, but hold on. So you've hid this money from your wife,
Yeah, there's a reason he's hiding.
right? So do you even acknowledge that it's burning, or do you just like
Obviously, because it's on the news.
he nearly
So
passed
he
out
hid it there, and then she started a fire.
and burned it all up?
How high? I mean, it must be like right there at the bottom because
He gonna get reparations from his wife?
He's hoping to find the original serial numbers, and they'll give him his money back. Okay,
Do
buddy.
what?
I guess it works differently over there.
All right, I need y'all to start taking pictures of all your money and sending me your serial numbers so I can send them in and get all your
He
money
took
back.
pictures of the serial numbers.
y'all just send me your money. I'll take pictures of it. I'll send it back.
Hey, this is another headline. This may be the most like headline I've ever met. Man who got Messi tattooed on his face says he regrets getting
Messy?
like Messi,
Like
the
the
soccer
soccer
player or
Lionel.
football player.
Lionel.
Messi.
Yeah,
Okay.
Messi.
Speaking of tattoos, so
He
and
was drunk.
I'll leave names out of this. A friend of mine.
Jamie.
No,
To
one
be
name-
unnamed.
No, a friend of
I can
mine.
already guess.
Under her titty had sagging sagging put under her titty tattooed
Sagging?
sagging. So you have to lift it up to see it.
What the crap, man?
So I'm going to get one on the inside of my thigh.
We're
Sagging.
going to say goat balls?
No, it's going to say hashtag sagging.
Hashtag sagging.
You know who you are out there if you listen.
Oh,
That's
my
my favorite
goodness.
tattoo. They told her they'd do it for free if she could do it, if she could get it.
You should get it on the gooch instead of the thigh.
But yeah, then I can't show nobody.
Well, you can.
I'll get it on my sack.
You just got to get a little more athletic.
Nah, that ain't happening.
That might hurt.
Dude, I'll get it on my sack and I stretch it out to look at it.
This is weird.
It'll say
They'll just spread it out like put it on a
sagging.
People are gonna think you're David trying to
Look,
slay Goliath with your rock in a sack.
They'll just stretch it out like put a snare drum on.
You gonna spin it around like you're about to let it loose and kill the giant?
That's the only part of me I can spin around, I promise you.
All right, boys. I think we're getting off topic here, and I think we're about out of time for the evening. We've done a lot going on here. Any other stories y'all want to talk about tonight before we head out and call this a wrap it up?
I thought I had something. Just a second.
We probably got at least one more.
Or I thought we were gonna do conspiracy Thursday.
Yeah,
Conspiracy theory Thursday.
What we're going to do is tell people about next Thursday.
Okay.
Because we need to research our conspiracy theories.
Okay.
I don't want it to be fly by the seat
Me
of our
and Jamie
pants.
are researched. Y'all already did the one without me a long time ago
Which
about
one?
Dennis Rodman working for the
Oh.
CIA.
Oh, I thought that was just
Dude,
I
I believe
thought that
this.
was a
We
skit.
did a whole skit.
We
a
thought it was a
ranking.
skit.
We did a ranking of like top 7 reasons why he worked for the CIA.
No.
You missed.
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
when you were in like Africa or
No, so
somewhere.
apparently we're going to try to get my brother on here. He has a great COVID story, and we're going.
Oh yeah, we may have him next week. We're gonna get Wes on, and we're gonna tell us a great COVID story
So
that he had.
next week, COVID is going to be our
Theme.
Yep.
Since I just survived the death,
but
COVID
let-
death
But let me
2023,
tell y'all about this.
SARS-CoV-2-3.
Him and Jamie are
This
both
is one
unicycle
story I knew
riders.
I want to leave the day without talking about.
All right.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is the story. I forgot about it. Yep.
Okay, so Missouri
Yep.
just executed the first inmate of 2023.
They
Were they-
ain't
were-
wasting
hold on.
time, did they?
Were they transsexual?
They were.
Oh my!
So the first
ever.
transsexual inmate to ever be executed, also the first of the 2023. She's breaking milestones.
Was it he first?
What
and
was
she?
it originally?
I think it was a
he
he
was
first.
born and died a man. Okay. So
No, they're saying a woman died. They're calling her Amber McLaughlin.
well, Amber forcibly raped a woman. So I'm gonna go adventure and say she's a man.
From my understanding, it was his girlfriend.
Yeah.
So he was a lesbian.
He raped his girlfriend.
He must have murdered her too
He did.
He did.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought that would
to
be
get the death penalty. I mean,
well, yeah, but I mean,
I'm okay with that rape too. You know, death.
You're okay with rape?
Yeah, death penalty too.
that's not what he said. Don't be twisted.
No, I'm not okay with
words.
rape. No.
Look,
He's
I'm
like,
okay.
hey,
Look, I want you to
rape and killing babies.
I want you to isolate that so I can use it against Gary.
No, do not isolate that.
He's okay.
Actually, let's just put it on TikTok.
He's okay
No,
with rape
dude.
and killing babies.
Well, we got video too, and we'll zoom in on him and said, "This is a look." Now, does he not look like a guy?
Look, he's gonna get fired from work.
Okay, fire. My wife's gonna fire me.
Look, he's gonna get fired just for the thought of him leaving his wife at the toilet.
Yeah.
You guys are trying to take me out of context.
She's
here.
gonna listen, and she's gonna get so mad just
Yeah,
by
she's
the thought of it that he may get fired.
I'm gonna get
Next
fired.
year it'll be like first execution of 2024.
No,
And he died because she killed.
I
Gary.
am. Let
I
me
agree.
clarify.
No.
Yeah,
Look, pedophiles, rapists, and murderers should just
be
Be gone.
be
Be
gone.
gone.
Be gone. That's death penalty.
Be gone, damn you.
But right now, rape is not considered part of death penalty.
I don't get it. Why? I don't understand why either.
I don't. You've ruined somebody's life. Because
Do you
did
really
that.
not?
Is it from false claims? You think?
Do you get false claims for murder?
I think it's death for death.
But
They had to rape,
but
they
hold
had to
on.
rape them.
I think it's the thought process though, like death for death. You
Yeah,
understand what I'm
so
saying?
they are the
Kind of an
rape
eye for
rapist.
an eye.
but
A rape, so they get.
Look, now you want to get honest? I'm in for that.
It's like, look here, January 4th is your day.
Yeah.
It's your time.
but in
you
reality,
get strapped down to a table.
punishing for rape to the extent that we punish to
Let
It's
the
more-
let the onslaught.
it's more of a
commence.
modern thing. Men were not necessarily treated that poorly for raping an individual.
No, you're right. Yeah.
And so women's rights is really the introduction of rape. And so it hasn't been around that long. Should it be? Maybe if it was more forceful?
Well,
Yes.
I do fully agree though. I mean, you rape somebody, you should get right back.
yeah, something happened. But,
Rape it forward.
Probably do.
but the things that waters it down, that there's a lot of false accusations of
I
rape
think
out there as
I think
well.
that should be prosecuted just as heavily
Exactly.
as the charge itself.
Yes.
Yep.
Because I'm honestly I'm
If
scared.
you falsely accuse somebody, you should whatever sentence they was going to serve, you should serve it.
I mean,
Well, and-
I'm scared to death for my son. When my son gets older, if some girl,
Damn, I'm scared to death from me.
I know, Jamie. We're always scared to death for you.
Yeah, you almost didn't survive youth.
You did not. And if you had TikTok back then, or Facebook, or Facebook,
Or
Snapchat.
Me Too.
Or
If Me Too
Snapchat.
existed in the 90s.
Jamie, you may have been the
Yeah,
first.
hey, just a second. First of all, it's 2023. It's them too.
If Jamie would have had TikTok back in the day, they'd have done like took it down. It'd be banned already.
Yeah. No, but you're right, Gary. I heard a comedian,
Yeah.
it was the other day, said, me and my girlfriend, we got this new hobby we do every time before we get intimate. We both go, do you agree to have intercourse?
Yes, that's a thing now.
It is the thing now.
But you know what? Dave Chappelle called it.
He did.
His comedy series, the Dave Chappelle Show. He had a contract.
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard of people having actual
Yeah.
contracts.
You
that-
need actual
we
contracts.
need to build
now.
that app.
He says initial here for the anal.
If the app doesn't exist,
that's a $1 billion idea.
It's-
That
It
is.
is.
We need to create an app where you connect phones.
No, I
Before-
think you know what we should do as a service. We should provide. We'll come there and witness the act to make sure it's
Consensual.
witness and record.
yeah.
so like, no, here's how the app
then
works. They'll be
document
like,
for the world
please.
to
So
see.
they both agree, and then there's a knock. I'm here to
It's like-
witness
no.
the.
It's like Uber, but we show up once you have sex to make sure nothing bad happens.
No, we can't do that. We don't have to be there. We're not going to be able to be there. That's not realistic. They just have to press record and we will.
So what if it's like Bang Bros and we go a step further and we just pick you up in the van? We
Look,
give you the spot.
Well, it's a cuck service.
This is a
All right, I'm going to have to cut
consensual.
this out.
Why?
This
Because
is
we're a
excellent.
little more G-rated. We're getting
Hold
a little
on
off.
now. I
the
think
We're
this
never
is an excellent
G-rated.
idea. When are we
you know what?
buying the van?
The van, I'll give me a little festivity right around.
Do they still make those?
Look, Jamie's gonna have weight limits. Like it'll be like, look, you got to be under 135, both of you. Do you want to get this van?
This Festiva, shoot, you got to be like 95 pounds each.
Yeah, that cancels everybody. And
No, you get to order which vehicle you want, and they're like, do you need the executive, the 5-seater? Do you need the Fiesta? Are you a large couple? What is your combined weight?
Yeah. Do you need the 18-foot enclosed trailer?
Cause look, with me, they gonna roll up in a Penske van, and we gonna crawl into the back now.
Would you like the Nissan Frontier tight space?
Tight space.
Tight space background.
Man, it's a
Back
business
seat.
motto, man. You know,
Do you like to be
Look.
really close and intimate?
People laughed when you said you'd get $5 for a cup of coffee, and now Starbucks is $1 billion company. Look, this could be the something. Look, I got another story too. We just can't seem to get off the air today. Did you guys? This goes along with our First Amendment stuff. Did you hear about the teacher who wore a MAGA hat to school? And they told him if he didn't stop wearing it, he was going to be fired. Well, he took it to the Supreme Court, and they ruled in his favor that that's First Amendment right.
Well, did they have a rule against wearing hats?
Hats, period. Yeah, I can't wear a
Yeah.
hat. to
If
work.
they didn't have a rule against hats, then he should be taken out.
No, agreed.
So actually, our policy says the only hat I can wear to work, I believe, is a Southland with a Southland logo.
Okay, so it's in there.
Yeah.
So
And that's fair.
that's fair. It's in their policy.
They
Okay,
may
check
not
it out.
have a policy for that.
This
though.
guy's a
Yeah.
Jamie, though. The first occasion he wore it was to a staff-only cultural sensitivity and racial bias training.
He wore his MAGA hat with his mixed camouflage.
Look, if it had been Jamie, you'd have seen nothing but a hat floating around out there.
Look, I do. My previous employer, I do horrible at. We had a class we had to take
Like a sensitivity class.
It was sensitivity. It was something along those lines.
You
and as
thought
we're
they
taking
were-
this class, about every 3 sentences, everybody looks at me, and I'm just that guy. I mean, I'm not sensitive.
Oh, I think you're sensitive. I think you just.
I'm not.
I
I'm
think
not
you're
politically correct.
quick-witted enough to know how to light a fire.
Well, you swipe out or derail bullshit real quick. That's what I want to say.
Okay,
That's
I'll
fair.
take that. I'll take that. I'm a habitual line stepper.
Yes, habitual line stepper that calls out bullshit immediately.
Okay, so they ended up saying there is hate speech in the world. There's threatening speech,
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
but a MAGA hat falls short of that.
no
Thank
doubt.
you, because there was this whole talk about college students needing safe spaces due to MAGA hats and MAGA shirts and those type of things. Look, there is a video going around of this lady with this picture of it's got Trump on it. It's got Stalin, Hitler, and they're
I've seen
asking
it, yeah.
who's the worst of all these. And this guy
I
goes
saw that.
Trump.
Trump, yeah.
Yeah, and said, well, who's the best? And said, or said, well, who's he worse than? Or who's better than him?
They had Fidel Castro
Like
on there
you
too.
would
Yeah,
rather
and it was
have-
Fidel Castro, I think, is who he
yeah,
picked, and
yeah.
said, well, that guy, he stood up for his people. And he's
Yeah.
like,
No,
he
it
killed
was Chavez.
Chavez. Who it was.
Chavez.
Yeah.
So look, Trump stood up for his people too, and I think Trump did some dumb stuff. Don't get me wrong, but Trump stood up for his people too. But it's the people that don't appreciate the people that he stood up for, right?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
yeah.
as far as being pro-American, pro-troops, pro-law enforcement,
Look,
all those kind of
and
things,
I know we're
like,
trying
he
to-
stood up for that. Now,
I know we're
whether or
trying to
not-
wind us down, but
whether or not it's his honest opinion or it's a ploy for publicity, I don't know.
Well, we did put out a short one Tuesday, so they can be longer.
so I know we're trying to wind us down, and
We don't have to. I got nowhere to go.
We could
Donnie makes great points. I'm just not disagreeing with him. But did y'all see they finally released his taxes?
Okay, so what?
He didn't pay
What
any,
were
right?
the results? There must not have been anything major. 'Cause
There
we
wasn't
hear
anything
There
about
was
it.
zero.
Nah, because he has.
You know what
dude,
they found?
He didn't pay any, right? What,
They
something
found
like
they
that?
found he
They found-
abided by all the tax laws that he was
'cause
had
he
to.
has
They found that he
excellent accountants. He has the
Yeah.
best
He has-
accountants.
they-
Mike
He has
God.
the big league.
they found
They
that
got
he
to be the best
donated-
accountants.
They found he donated not just his $400,000 salary for president. He actually donated $500,000
So
a year.
he did
Jeez.
do it, and now there's proof. He donated more.
He
Yeah.
didn't need the proof. He
He
didn't
doesn't
want it.
need the money. Look, the man has the ability to pay the best accountants in the world to keep him out of trouble. there's every loophole available, and they
Yeah.
use them, and that's
You know,
fair.
You know what? You don't like the tax laws. Don't blame him. Blame the tax laws.
But you hear nothing about. I haven't heard anything else about it. I did hear about his
Nope. Soon
his
as-
tax returns being released. But if it would have been one bad thing, they would have made a humongous deal.
And here's the problem.
So
And like
put
I
out,
said,
put out
I-
the publicity and say, look, hey, Trump's taxes were great. Put it
I
out.
hate defending Trump. I mean, not that I hate defending Trump, but I don't want to be that guy that defends Trump because I'm not a Trump homer. That being said, all the shit they keep slinging at him and nothing comes up. How do you not look at everything they say and say, okay, this is another bullshit
Look,
story?
man, the dude's not perfect. None of us are, right?
Don't tell you.
He did some really dumb stuff. He said more dumb things than he did.
Yeah, but everything they have thrown at him has turned out to
It's
be
false.
fake.
Plus, I do truly believe he had what we consider America at the top of the list and the first thing on his heart and mind when he made a decision. I do believe that. And I think that's important in a president.
No, I think he ran for president because he wanted power. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, but he said a lot of retarded and stupid stuff.
No doubt.
He would have been a much better president if he would have just sat back, made the decisions, and kind of stayed out of that.
If they had blocked him from Twitter earlier than they did, he'd probably still be the president today.
But to be,
If they wouldn't have blocked him from Twitter, he may have still been the president. Today. Who knows?
I'll tell you, I'm gonna go a little conspiracy theory.
Oh,
Not-
here we
not-
go.
Not too deep though.
Hold on, let me see if I can find some music.
Yeah, play some.
We need the Unsolved Mysteries music.
X-Files music.
That's loud. Oh, you got my mic or my headphones
Yeah.
turned up.
On purpose,
pretty
so you
good.
quit yelling at us.
All right, so here,
Stop screaming those. Your whole family screams. Stop.
Only when they sing karaoke.
here's my small little.
We
bit.
will not be playing that.
Other than, okay, the reason why they all hated Trump was because Trump was bringing up and supported the middle class person. Okay,
Bringing the fire.
he's bringing the fire for the middle class. He's
Yep.
also bringing the lower class Americans into the middle class. Okay, and that was a problem because if you do that, you strengthen the middle class. Then you really upset the people that are in the upper higher class, like Trump was, and they do not want to strengthen the middle class. They want to either
For the upper class to have control, they have
They
to
w-
keep everything below 'em weak,
exactly.
right?
They want the lower class and they want the upper echelon class, the really rich people. That's all they want, and that's how South America, Argentina, and stuff like that are, and that's how you have power.
Oh, you have absolute power. at that
Absolute
point
power.
because you're completely relying upon your government.
Exactly, and that's what they want. The government wants you to rely on them, and Trump did not want people to rely on the government.
No, the government should rely on the people.
Exactly, and that's why government should be smaller.
And the government should have. I'm all for welfare assistance,
What's the difference?
but not for people that choose not to go to work.
What's the difference between with Congress having no term limits? What's the difference between them being kings and queens?
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
They are
pretty-
kings and queens right now.
It's pretty similar.
Is that your
They're-
parting thoughts? That we got kings and queens and
We have kings and queens in Congress that we cannot get out.
they're kind
we
of-
got we got theys and thems.
They're
They
a
and
power,
thems.
They're a power head, right?
They
a
are.
group that is essentially what he said, a king, queen type figure.
If there's a politician that's running that says, "Hey, I'm getting rid of term," I'm putting in term limits. I'm voting for them. I don't care who they are.
Yeah, but the thing is, the establishment doesn't put them forward. They don't show the support. And for whatever reason, we as a country, we as a people, we really put too much into the incumbent. The incumbents are hard to beat, and it's only because of name recognition, because not one person, for the most part, knows what that incumbent had done.
Well,
That's where all the money
I've
is.
said this before. I voted for Biden.
Biden?
Oh,
You did.
Biden?
Oh, Baba
I
Biden.
voted for
You
Biden
did.
the first election, and it was because I was voting against McCain. I was tired of the same old people.
You were.
Jamie Romney.
Did you
Yeah.
vote for Obama the second term?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Hey man, I'm like I said, Trump had his flaws. I do think he was a pretty good and reasonable president. Things were better for me than they were now. Like I had more money in my bank account, more things were going, gas was cheaper. But like I don't remember anything being terrible when Biden was president.
He's president right now.
I mean, Obama being president.
No, I mean,
News cycle was terrible. They loved him.
Yeah, but I remember things suck and tail right now.
like I also think to myself, is it
Biden being the president?
Is it because where we are in our lifetime, the point in our lives where financially you start getting increases, and so you're like, I'm doing better financially.
At least Obama could stand up and do a speech about something and make me halfway believe he knew what the crap he was doing.
Oh, I agree. How ironic is it, though, that everything Trump said has happened?
Yeah. He's not stupid, dude. You don't make that much,
No,
much money and be a dummy.
He's terrible
He
at
could
speeches.
he's good at speeches. It's the stuff in it where he talks bad about people.
I told Mike Cole one day, a Trump speech is like me walking through the wilderness and just like looking up one day, like, or at one point, like, where the hell am I?
Bro has no filter, man.
Well, we just lost Donnie on the video feed, so it's probably time to go. It said the battery's low over there. All right, any parting thoughts?
I got a parting thought. It's a joke.
Okay.
Tell us a joke.
All right. See if I remember how it went, because I heard it. I got to remember it. Okay. What does a parking space and women have in common?
They're all empty in the inside.
Wow. I'm not going to answer.
If you wait till too late, you'll just have to slip into a disabled one.
Holy crap. I don't think we can play that.
I don't think yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be cut. You got any other parting thoughts that might make it?
That whole joke is cut.
I got a joke Owen told me the other day.
All right, that may be playable.
Okay.
And you got to play along.
He's not grounded now, is he?
Wanted the chicken cross the road
Why's that?
Oh,
to get to the idiot's house. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
The chicken.
I knew this was going to say it. I still laughed.
You still did.
all right, Scoff. Your parting thoughts for the day.
Since you cut it last time, be kind. Rewind.
Do I need to do
Did I
another?
cut it last time?
I think you did.
So Blockbuster is not.
Do
an
I
entity,
need to
so
do
I don't
another,
think we're at any risk.
If you would like.
I mean, you tell me.
Do you want to tell another obscene and perverse joke?
if that's getting cut, I need to tell something else.
Yeah, tell something else.
Tell
I'll
another
decide.
joke.
I ain't so sure that Hamlin didn't go down from the vaccine.
No.
Dadgummit, that's not a joke.
We'll talk about that a little more next week and probably get banned from YouTube. But we're headed that direction. Hey, for me, I'm glad I survived COVID, y'all. Hey, I'm here.
You did.
We're going to start bringing you next week. We got our normal Tuesday drop. Then on Thursday, it's going to be Conspiracy Theory Thursday. So get ready. And get out your 10-cup hats. Is that what it's called?
10-foil hats.
Tinfoil hat.
I will bring a bottle of 10
You
cup
got
though.
a 10-cup hat.
That's a podcast, and it's really it's decent.
I've actually been listening to it.
What, 10-foil hat or 10-cup hat?
No, tinfoil hat is a podcast.
All right,
They're
Uncle
pretty good,
Daryl.
too.
Uncle Daryl, we're going to need them royalties. since
That's
we
right.
mentioned
Yeah,
it,
we
brother.
need royalties. I need money in my pocket tomorrow.
January 21st, get out and join us in Blytheville, Arkansas for the Marty Ray Project. Lots of tickets still available. You'll see us and Marty Ray. Get out and see us. Tell your friends about us. Look, we're going to be blitzing, trying to get as many followers as we can here in the very near future. Got some big things we want to talk about.
Hey, if you listen, go to Apple, give us 5 stars and give it a review.
'Cause somebody done took from an outlaw. Take my picture down from the courthouse wall. I'm living in the clouds and I ain't gonna fall. Somebody done saved this